What are the golden rules of financial planning? And how do we manage the resources God has given us, the money? How do we manage? Somebody told me that money follows ideas. That means if you are participating in these coffee talks, we encourage you to have great ideas because money will follow those ideas. The poor people always think, discuss, and talk about money all the time. They complain about the economy, and they say, "Hii mshahara yangu haijatosha." They talk about money all the time. The rich people, all the time, they think, they talk, and discuss about material things. I bought a car. I just bought my house. I just bought a property with Optiven. These are the rich people. They discuss about things. But the wealthy people discuss about ideas, opportunities available, and I'm so happy that's why you are here. And for you to create wealth, it is not instant. It's a journey. For you to be wealthy, it calls for change of mindset. If you have a mindset of a poor person, if your thinking line is on poor person's thought process, definitely poverty is part of you. You have to change your thinking to attract wealth. And that's why people who create wealth, they always talk about the positive information. The economy is improving. Hey, how is business, George? Business is good. But there are people who ask them, how is your career? Hey, we are struggling. Kwanza, my boss and an administrator, and I'm looking for another job. You are putting your mind into serious test. Why? What you think is very important. Because what you think in your mind, your thought process, is what you talk about. And they say that your thinking process produces emotions. So if your thinking process is negative, what happens? You have negative emotions. And then they also say, those emotions will determine your decisions. Emotions produces decisions. So if your emotions are wrong, you make wrong decisions. Those decisions produces action. Yeah, you want now to take action. And those action produces habits. And those habits produces character, and character produces destiny. That's why if you are talking of wealth creation, there are some behaviors we are going to discuss that you must adopt for you to keep accumulating and managing your wealth. So it's a matter of mindset. But for you to create wealth, there are things you must do. You must be a thinker. You must be innovative. You must innovate. You must do things differently. If you do things the normal way anybody else is doing, you just fit in. But if you do things differently, you stand out. Sometimes I look at technology industry. I look at Safaricom and others. I wonder, these fellows are making billions. The same industry, other guys are making losses. You look at the banking sector. One bank has half of the Kenyan accounts. Some other banks are closing. It's about doing things differently. So whatever you are doing, whether you are in career or in business, for you to create long-term wealth, you must do things differently. You must innovate. That's standard. You must innovate. But there are some other things I've discovered through association with the people, would say, wealthy people. And there are some things that they do that if we practice over time, we can also be like them. Why not? But one thing they do is giving. They give. Oh my goodness, these guys give. If you want to create wealth, my friend, practice giving. Wealth creation, it calls for securing your investment. 20% of what you earn should go to various insurance avenues. Either personal accident cover, securing your home, securing your business. I always advise people, especially people who are driving. You are driving, your own self, you have no personal cover. Hey, mina shangaa bwana. You insure your car, yet you don't have a cover on yourself. You can't create wealth if you don't invest in yourself. Whether in career, go to school. Yeah, go to school. Read books. As you do that, create also time for yourself. You can't talk of wealth creation if you are lazy. The issue of mediocrity should not be found. You must work smart. That's given. Look at people like Richard Branson. They are running many companies. Look at people like Degwa's family. Several companies. Because sometimes the industry can slack. You are fall back. However, be very careful if you are starting an SME and start talking about diversification. Optiven, we diversified when you were about 10 years. Diversify only and only when you can hire experts, you have resources, you can delegate. Don't start a business today and come and tell me, George, I have 10 businesses. You will fail terribly. Diversify when you are sure that it works. You have resources. Optiven, we just did it the other day. Why? We have a goal of creating 30,000 jobs. We discovered real estate, you may not create 30,000 jobs. But if you come up with new ventures, you are able to create these jobs. As I talk to you, we already have vacancies for about 63 people. Because our job is to create jobs. It's not to make money. Our job is to create jobs. You can't talk of wealth creation if you don't talk about risk-taking. Risk-taking. Taking a risk. They say that fear is the enemy of progress. And many of us, they cannot start anything because they fear. How sure are we that 2022 is going to be peaceful? Who told you it's going to be bad? You must have a mindset of progress. So don't fear to take risks. That's how we learn, isn't it? And they also say, fear creates doubts. And once you are doubtful, you cannot implement. So say no to fear. Try something. This is where many people are creating a lot of wealth, real estate. I personally bought a small property in Syokimau in 2000. That time it was 70,000. Like a property is next to Getaway. Today, the offers I get, just amazing. 5 million, 6 million. And the time I was buying, I actually feared to take risks. Because what I saw there, I saw thorns. I saw a forest. So I told my bro who is in this particular forum, I only buy one. Nowadays, I say, George, I think you are stupid. And there was an offer for 6 on installments. Because I feared to take risks. Because what I saw a zebra there, some thorns there. Those days, the road to Murongo was very bad. It was full of traffic. Automate your savings. If you're saving to the insurance, or to a fixed account, or to a SACCO, and your salary comes on 30th. Automate on 30th midnight, money to go, so you don't see it. Because some people, once they see the money, my goodness, they cannot pay their savings, they cannot pay their tithe, they are stuck. Automate. And I did it. I automated all my savings. You cannot talk of building wealth if you don't research, you don't get information, you don't read. Ask yourself, do you do research? Or do you go home tired and sleep? What kind of newspaper do you read? Do you read Business Daily, where they talk of big money? Do you do research? Those are habits that if you are thinking of creating wealth, you must practice the habit of reading. The company you keep. Some of us are poorer, or they cannot make good money because of the company that you keep. Associate with the people who can influence you, who can challenge you, who can tell you, hey, Osman, this is the way to go. There are some investment with Optiven. The company you keep, and I always tell people that there are people you must run away from. These are the people who drain you, who suck your energy. They have nothing to add in your life. You better have 5 friends, other than a crowd of people who are not helping you. The company you keep is extremely important. If you keep a company of millionaires, and you are 4 and you're the 5th one, I can guarantee you, you're going to be the 5th millionaire. The spending. Track your spending. We are all in debt, isn't it? Including myself. How expensive are those debts? Have you ever verified how expensive the debts you have are? We have loans. Some of us are negotiating loans. When you negotiate, today is 14% cap. But the banks are wiser than us. They say negotiation fees, 5%. Others say 3%. So 5 plus 14, 19. So we are paying loans at 19, isn't it? And other charges. But do you check on that offer letter to say, hey, no, can I negotiate on this one? All these, how can I make a plan, a financial plan? Find out where your money goes tonight. Go home and find out where your money goes. I like people running companies. They do cash flow management. They know where their money goes, salaries. But as an individual, where does your money go? You'll find the person you can pay 500 every other time. End of the month, 4,000 is gone, plus charges. Where does your money go? It will shock you to see how wasteful we can be. Find out where your money goes. This is very important. Every beginning of the year, we set goals on savings, on growth, on investment, but do we follow them? Let's ask ourselves that question. Financial goals. Prepare for the rainy day, the dark days. How many of you, they can tell me, George, even if I'm jobless today, I can survive for 6 months. How many? I don't want to see the hands, but how many? Do you have enough resources that can put you for 6 months without work? You are fired today, but you can survive 6 months. If you don't have, make a plan on how to accumulate money to keep you for 6 months. You know, for us, we do a lot of clients. One time, we had a client who was buying property from us. He was working for government. He was fired. The following day, he told us, please give me back the money I paid my plot 3 months ago. We told the person, tunakata 10% because of admin cost. Akasema, under my dead body. Don't cut anything up. I am jobless. Of course, we are human. We handled him. But the question is, he was a senior guy. He had no money for the following month. Just ask yourself that question. Do you have enough resources to take you even for 3 months if you are fired tomorrow? Do you have a plan for the next 3 years, 5 years? What's the plan? Do you have it? Retirement plan. Let me shock you. Your children, they would bother with you. They are your generation. You only live once. Madhe akitana pesa tumeshaikulia Nakuru. You better plan for yourself. Retirement plan. Do you have something that can give you money every month? That's why I told you, project back on your 90 years. We shall be able to talk about this in our next session on how to manage the money that we have. Because managing money is a skill. Yeah, it's a skill. I'll be able to talk about money management in our next session. And we are planning to do these sessions once a month. Why? We want people to change. I'm so happy when I see products of PTT, Personal Transformation Talks. And we are targeting this forum to create people who can create solutions for our society. So please, don't miss next month.